lucky. What do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G. But keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like GMG. With all the news and real point of views you can use. Light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them can and all. Come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face with your snacks and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps, Scooby-Dooby-Doo-Doo-Doo-Doo. Good morning to ye. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes, y'all know what it is. I'm Big Phil Speaks, and this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, brought to you by myself and that good GMG Good Morning Gang. Listen, I got this light on extra bright today, making me looking like a cast with a friendly ghost. Or power ghost, one of the two. But guess what? We here. We are here. And I know y'all better feel highly blessed and highly favored because I know I do. I know I do. I know I do. Listen, because there's people that didn't make it to see this morning. So guess what? You better count it all joy, no matter what it is you're going through. Whatever shortcomings, trappings, trials, and tribulations, you better see it as all joy and be blessed at the fact that you are here. Inhaling and exhaling and able to make it a better day than yesterday, huh? And while you're doing that, make sure you plan, plot, and strategize so that if you're so blessed to see tomorrow, you make it an even better day than the day. That part. All these creations, come on over to YouTube, why don't you? Listen, how y'all feeling? Y'all know what I like to say. I don't care if you're getting off of work, heading into work, out of work, looking for work, or looking over in the bed at your boo-boo bun thing, significant or insignificant other, or even your spouse and ready to put in work. The Good Morning Gang Morning Show is going to get you right and ready. Listen. How do I find that? I don't know what you mean. DM me because I can't answer it at the moment, Mo Green. But you say you just subscribe. All you gotta do is look for the latest video, which is the latest live that we on now. Sorry about that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that question from over on IG land. Who we got in the building this morning? Nephew Papa True Guns is in the building. Salute. Favorite Danny Grand Rising. Good morning and happy money making Monday. I like that. Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby is in the building, huh? Everyone, if you don't mind, when you come into the chat, that's a fact. The mother hit that like button. Polo Dolo rolling solo. Vader Wade Beats, what's goody like the mob? Young Dread, salute. Vino Diva from that good West Side. She's in the building from the Yay area. Bree is in the place to be. Moon Sniper and his bowl of cereal is in the building. Good morning. Sabrina C in the place to be. She's in here. Mrs. Mousy, Miss Lundy, she's in here on a Monday. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, who else we got? What the hell? Oh, that was my other phone failed. I was saying, what the hell was that? Sexy Sugar Mama, she's in the building. Good morning to ye, huh? You like my little morning song, my morning song? The Berg is in the building. Good morning to ye. BB, book up. You know what it is. You know what it is. Sharonda Bradford, good morning. Good morning to you. Listen, Connie Baptiste, good morning. Good morning. Who else we got in the building? Jay Pierce. Good morning. My Uptown compadre, Frank Murphy. DC Mumbo Sauce. Mr. Rich is in the building. Who else we got here before we can get this party started? T-Page. OTF Finago. Good morning, nephew. 757 Buzz coming through chiefing as usual. Listen, before I get this situation started, man, if I would have woke up this morning looking like I started looking Saturday night, y'all would not have had a show this morning. Y'all have been talking smack about me. Trades 401 salute. Monica Green, you found it. I knew you would. I knew you would. Listen, matter of fact, before I tell that story, do your boy a favor, hit that thumbs up. Would you? Boop up. It only takes un momento, por favor, don't cost you nothing. Even if you got to exit out of the chat to hit the thumbs up to like the situation, you ain't going to miss nothing because anything that was put in here while you were away will be right there in the chat when you get back into it. Secondly, if you have not done so, subscribe to the channel for your boy Book Up. And then after that, more importantly, hit that notification bell like beep. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drops. Feel the Love Fridays drops or anything else we put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel. You want to dig me? Now back to our regularly scheduled programming, huh? Listen, did I miss anybody? I have to check it in a second, the Berg. I got you. Listen. If I'd have woke up this morning looking like I was looking Saturday night, oh my God, I ate something that gave me an allergic reaction. I was in my house looking like a damn Klingon. Head looking swole right about here. My eyes, some light remnants left. Let me see. Maybe like very slightly. You got to get close up on me to see it now. But then my eyes was looking like, I was like, oh, shiggity. I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. You feel me? My hands was itching. The palms of my hands was itching. Like I grabbed hold of like I grabbed hold of some abrasive cakes or something. I don't know what the hell. I was like, oh, I took some Benadryl. I just had to let it take its course. No, I had to let it take its course. Music for God, too. Good morning to ye. But yeah, I woke up yesterday and my son was like, look at your eyes. Look at them. I said, it ain't as bad as it was last night, son. Damn, you got to leave that Texas toast alone. It's brazy. Y'all are bugged out. You can see it in my left eyelid. Listen, it ain't like it shit. BB, if you'd have seen me yesterday, matter of fact, if you'd have seen me Saturday night, you'd have been like, boy, get your ass to the emergency room. Hey, L Boogs and Rashad Houston, Dirty Got Your Money. Y'all coming over to the good YouTube channel right there. Good morning. Listen, there you go. The home team, Rashad Houston in the building. Man, yeah, because I don't know what I ate that kicked my allergies in the overdrive. King Skills, what's good? I had some pizza. I had a little coffee cake joint, little milk to go with the coffee cake, and some little tea to go with my pizza. You know, not nothing that I wouldn't eat. You know what I'm saying? And what nothing exotic. So I don't know what the hell set off my sugary. But when I say it was an overdrive, man, I was scared to go to sleep. I said, man, I got to sit. I had to fight to stay up. Because I was like, this ain't gonna be nothing nice. I'm telling you, my eyes was looking like I was about to transform into American Werewolf out this joint. Sounds like your whole face. Pause. What? Keaton Kong, good morning to ye. Uncle was looking like he got in there. Man, listen, but what and with who would have been the question, though, nephew, because I was like, what the hell is going on? And when I took my son to work or whatever, he could see the little pufferization a little bit around here, especially in this area right here. It was still a little brolic or whatever, but I'm getting back to normal. Something could have bit me. Bit me how though? Where? I ain't had no bug bites or whatever. I ain't had no bite marks. MJ Throat Goat, y'all come on over to the good YouTube. That's a hell of a screen name. Throat Goat. God damn it. Listen. But anyway, anywho, I had people hitting my inbox up like this morning, like, your ass better be up to do this show this morning, because we got to talk. There's a lot, there's a lot on the wire. There's a lot of things being said, new case and allegations against certain individuals. And we gonna get to it though. Somebody could have what though? Stop meeting up with women in the woods. Now, BB, I'm not opposed to doing it in the park, doing it after dark. Oh, yeah, but I ain't had no rendezvous, so you can't put that with me. You feel me? Listen, Genie Miles, bug suck blood, pause. That sounds crazy. However, ain't nothing bite me, though. And because if something would have bit me, I would have had like some kind of area, of where I got bit at. No, whatever it was, something I ate or something just set my allergies off. I was like, what the hell is going on? You feel me, Rich? Doing it in the park, doing it after dark. Oh yeah, ain't nothing like some outside activities. But I believe that there. This the morning show. Shh, don't tell nobody. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, tell a friend to bring that ass on in. We about to talk about it. A lot to talk about is an understatement at this point. This news is huge. Look at Sabrina. Sabrina C is in here salivating, talking about this news is huge. We gonna talk about it though. Where do I want to start at? I'm not gonna start on that just yet. Oh, I know what I need to do. Rewind what you been Phil, you doing behind the big rock in the park. Yeah, the big one. Yeah, you got a good memory, Vito, because it's a nice big one. Roundabout Snake Hill in the Carter Barn. Nice big old joint. It's kind of flat on the top, too, if you want to. But anyway, I ain't messing with y'all. Listen, let me read this right quick. Warning, warning, warning. Federal law, Title 17, USC, Section 107, allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted materials under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work, for purposes including but not limited to criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture. That part right there. Now we can get on with the get on. I just had to get that out of the way. How y'all doing over here? Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you? That's where the lituation is at for the Good Morning Gang morning show, huh? Come be a part of it. Uncle must have ate some. Nah, I ain't never did that. Thank God, nephew. Thank God, I ain't never did that. I really don't want to believe. Man, y'all are bugged out. Excuse me. Sheesh. Okay, where do I start? Well, in January there will be a new presidente, right? I'm not too happy about that part, right? Some of y'all are, some of y'all like, what the hell am I gonna do? And some of y'all don't care either way, right? But I saw a clip of him spelling out more of these deportation tactics and things and plans that he plans to implement from day one into his presidency. I want y'all to pay attention to what he's saying, because according to what he's talking, he's not just talking about the people that are illegal. He talk about people who might be the offspring, the kids, the children that were born here of illegals. I said, oh, this is about to take it somewhere else. I said, Lord have mercy. But y'all listen to this and we're going to talk about it. Yeah?
4 million families in America who have mixed immigration status. So I'm talking about parents who might be here illegally, but the kids are here legally. Your borders are.
You're talking about separation?
Yeah, well, I mean, there are two aspects to this. Your border czar, Tom Homan, said they can be deported together. Correct. Is that the plan?
Well, that way you keep well, I don't want to be breaking up families. So the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together and you have to send them all back.
Even kids who are here legally?
Well, what you're going to do if they want to stay with the father? Look, we have to have rules and regulations. You can always find something out like, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. I'll tell you what's going to be horrible. When we take a wonderful young woman who's with a criminal and they show the woman, and she could stay by the law, but they show the woman being taken out, or they want her out, and your cameras are focused on her as she's crying, as she's being taken out of our country, and then the public turns against us.
Man, listen, there's more to that conversation, but I just gave you that little clip to give you a little insight. But he's talking about all these people that came in and got married. All these people that came in and had babies, or they was pregnant when they came over here and had a baby over here, that them babies might be getting the... Man, it's some ugly times coming. It's some ugly times coming. And sound like to me that he's going to be experimenting, because he said we don't know what'll go right till it go wrong. Listen, all I will say is he going to deport his wife too. Now, that there is the question. Right, bye-bye birthright citizenship, man. Hey, Aki Williams, salute, man. Listen, I said, Bab Wilson, good morning to ye. It's about to be trouble, trouble, trouble. Does that mean his wife got to go? That means she should be the first one. Mrs. Mousy, that means she should be the first one to get up out of here. Established. I see you establishing your presence. That is the perfect way for him to steal money. He almost said it. Keep the funds. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. The rules don't apply to him. Bama's about to be in trouble. That part, he about to pardon himself. And he was talking about pardoning the January 6th rioters, looters, infidels, traitors. He's talking about pardoning all them his first day in office too. I said, man, listen, we in for something. But guess what? We are not meant, and we're not meant to live in fear. So I'm not going to be fearful of what tomorrow may bring. I'm going to still be optimistic, but with a realistic eye, and watch and pay attention to everything moving. You hear me? Bree said, yes, it's sad. It's about to get ugly. Bye-bye tethers is crazy. I'm just saying. Bree said, why are we surprised? Listen, at this point, nothing surprises me no more about nothing or nobody. Nothing surprises Big Phil anymore when it comes to the things, shenanigans. I heard he going to pardon Push. What Push need a pardon for? What he did? But I'm just like, wow. When I heard that, and it's more to that interview, when I heard that, I was like, is he seriously talking about deporting the whole families and including? But I get it, because if you don't, he's saying if you don't, then you'll be separating the kids or whatever the case may be. When he was last in office, there's, excuse me, hold on. There are still children that are unaccounted for. There are still children that are unaccounted for from the last time he was in office, from them little fake-ass concentration camps, them little detainment centers, or whatever you want to call them. There's children still missing. BB said it's going to be a long 4 years. Damn. His wife is now a citizen, though, man. Ain't no telling how she got here. If that's the case, he need to get up out of here, because wasn't his father an illegal immigrant, too? Yeah. Anywho, we moving on, right? We moving on. Here lately in the news, there's been a certain comedian of a certain persuasion that's been going in on Kendrick Lamar. And even before Kendrick Lamar, he's had very edgy jokes. He's a comedian. Y'all know his name, the Bama, Andrew Shultz. He's had, through his career, has some very, very testy jokes. Good morning, Creole Cupcake. Andrew Shultz, in my opinion, needs to be censored and or canceled. People say, why? I feel he's a comedian. Comedians should be able to say what they want to say, right? And some people were trying to compare him to Dave Chappelle or whatever the case may be. But I'm here to debunk that. Dave Chappelle is an equal opportunity comedian, meaning he's going to go in on any and everybody, no matter what your color is, your race, your creed, your sexual orientation, class, and whatever. He going to have a joke for everybody. Andrew Schultz, Bama ass, seems like he likes to center on racial jokes about us brown people and things of that like, or whatever the case may be, right? And there was a joke, something about, us being 3/5 of a human being. Andrew Schultz ain't gonna be happy till he get 3/5 of somebody's foot hauled off and caught in his ass. Pause. No, did he? He not gonna be happy. That's a fact established. Dave drags everybody. That's a comedian. People like George Carlin dragged everybody. That's a comedian. I'll make fun of your people, but I'm going to make sure I make fun of my people too. Equal opportunity. All is fair, all's fair in love and war, and fair exchange is no robbery, as they say. Charlamagne got so much to say about Drake, but not about his goofy ass partner. Right. Oh, he did have something to say. I saw a clip where he said, well, I ain't got nothing to do with this, baby. I don't have nothing to say about it because Kendrick said something and he got a right to say something. Now he got a right to say something. And if Kendrick respond, he got a right. Charlamagne the mutt. Shut your ass up. You better learn to stand on one side of the fence and stop ping-ponging on both sides of the fence. Your man is very disrespectful. Your partner, your man, your boy, your co-host, whatever the hell he is very disrespectful, which in the long run will reflect on you. One, because that's your network, right? Two, you work with this Bama every day. Three, you ain't checking him like you supposed to be checking him. Huh? It's okay to have freedom of speech. It's okay to be able to say certain things in jest or in plain, like truth, right? But if all you do seemingly, allegedly, hold on, matter of fact, let me put this banner on. I got to put my allegedlys. If all you do seemingly and allegedly is geared towards cracking jokes on my people and not your people, that's a problem. Schultz, his last name Schultz, what is he? He's Dutch or something like that, right? I don't hear him talk about Dutch people. Or I know Schultz a Jewish last name. If that be the case, I don't hear him joking about Jewish people because they're not going to have it. They are not going to have it. Charlamagne. Now, like I said, if he was an equal opportunity comedian and he joked about everybody, have at it. Have at it. You can't get too mad at somebody that jokes on everybody. However, yeah. He said, Mumble said he's funny, but he overstepped on that one. Some racial jokes are funny, but not buck breaking. Yeah, that comment he made about doing something sexually, basically sexual assaulting Kendrick Lamar. I don't know how he think that's gonna play out. I don't know how he think that's gonna play out because somebody gonna take the open hand and go oops upside his head one time. Just because you can say something don't mean that you should say something, ladies and gentlemen. Just because you have the right and the free will to say whatever it is you want to say in this world don't mean that it's smart or just to do so. And you got to take an accountability that just as much as you have the right to say and do what you want, somebody has a right to respond and do what they want. Make that make sense. Huh? Diverse dragon. That's very disrespectful. I ain't heard him do no jokes on no Jewish folks or no Dutch folks mumbo saws. I ain't never heard him say no jerk. Or German. Yeah, it could be German too. He's an equal opportunist, ish talker, Phil. He talks about everyone, been listening to Brilliant Idiots for every clip that I've heard about Brilliant Idiots. It's been things he's been saying that have been real racy, not racist, but racy, right? To the point that Charlemagne did go in on him one time. So let me keep it a buck. When I say Charlemagne, don't be checking him. It was once or twice that Charlemagne was like, hold up, or whatever the case may be. And they got into a heated back and forth. So I will be honest and say that. But I have never heard that Bama talking about his own culture, his own race. I have never. And if y'all could point me to some video footage or video clips of said things, then I will digress. I will digress. But until then, he gonna mess around, get a oops upside his head. K, whoever you are, no, we are not protecting these rappers like they don't cause harm to our community. No, we not. You said that man is German, don't put that on us. That's even worse. If he's German, that's even worse. Because a lot of them have very racially biased thought processes. Not all. Hey, Cassie, good morning. Miss A-Block, good morning. 1/3 of that good HR team, the first lady of the HR team is in the building. I'm just saying, I ain't heard her crack no jokes about Hitler, against German people. I ain't heard him crack no jokes about none of that. So until I hear that, he is not an equal opportunity Joner or equal opportunity comedian. I'm just saying. Oh, okay, Camille, you changed accounts. All right. D-Loke, what's good? Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. CEO Rudy, Nicole Turner, Jesus' son. Y'all come on over. Channel right there. I seen his ass on Hogan's Hero back in the day. Andrew Schultz wasn't on no damn Hogan's Hero. He ain't that old. Dev Lee, good morning to ye. I'm just saying, again, if he was more like a Dave Chappelle, George Carlin, maybe even a Bill Burr, that's his name, right? Bill Burr, even maybe a Bill Burr, I could respect it, right? But he seems to go deeper in on issues that involve us. Andrew Schultz, the first part of that is you need to shut the hell up when it comes to matters of black people. Again, because I don't hear you ostracizing, castigating, making light of, poking fun at on German people or wherever your last name derives from, wherever your ethnic background is made up. I don't hear you making any disparaging jokes about your own. So keep your mouth off of black business. Kill said he admires our culture. That's okay. Admire it silently. Because he gonna mess around and get oops upside the head. Official A Bobby, Helen, ain't what you used to. Come on over to the YouTube. I'm just saying, listen, Dave Chappelle's racist draft was epic. We need more of that. My thing is this, like I said, if he was, to me, some people say he is an equal opportunity. I ain't heard it. Until I hear it, then I stand where I stand. Because if every clip that I'm hearing, and I ain't just talking about these clips here recently, every clip that I've heard has been the way that it's been, he ain't funny to me. But if he can, hey, Butchman Tony, if he can make light of anybody, no matter if their race, creed, sexual orientation, gender, ethnic group, financial class, then have at it. I'm all for that. If I should be able to joan on you, I should be able to joan on me or mines, whatever the case may be, right? But if he like continues to kind of veer in that lane, like no, I want to joke about mine, but now let me stay over here on yours. That's a problem. That's a problem. We talking about Andrew Shultz, Miss A Block. He's been talking like this. He's just more famous now since Rogan. Yeah, I believe it too. Yeah, you right. He's been that way. He's been that way for a while, King. I do know that part because I've seen clips before. Andrew spoke on black women, was mad disrespectful. And I think that's where the Kendrick Lamar stuff comes from, because in a couple bars in Kendrick Lamar's, what you call it, something basically, and I'm paraphrasing, don't be talking about our black women. That's he said, don't be white talking about our black women. That's basically what he said or whatever. So I think that triggered Andrew Schultz in some capacity or whatever the case may be. But everybody ain't playing like you playing, Andrew Schultz. Everybody ain't playing the way you playing. And Charlamagne, the God, need to have that conversation with you. Like, yeah, you have the freedom of speech. Yes, you can say what you want, Andrew. But understand, for every action, there's a reaction. For every cause, there's an effect. And just because you can say what you want out your mouth don't mean that there won't be repercussions for what you say out of your mouth. And that's what the weird one has to learn. That's what he has to learn. I don't even watch the clips. I can already tell he's full of... He's a weirdo, Big Phil, and he will definitely get stolen on if he's caught. And he might get some other people in trouble, because you'll have people that feel like, oh, Charlamagne, that's your boy, right? You sit there, you basically work with this Bama and or pay, cut him a check, and you cool with what he do, so you just as bad as him. They might want to sock on him just out of being too close to the Bama. Some people think like that. I'm not advocating for that. But some people think that way. Unfortunately, consequences are everything. That's a fact of mundo. Black comedians don't talk like this about white women. Some do, Vino Diva, but generally comedians try to keep it fair across the board. Meaning, if they talk about white folks, they're going to talk about us, their own folks. If they talk about Asian folks, they're going to talk about us, their own folks. If they talk about Indian folks, they're gonna talk about their own folks, et cetera, et cetera. And it is all fair. It's all fair with that. If I can make fun of you, I should be able to make fun of me and or not get mad that you make fun of me. Period. But when that's not an equal playing field, and it seems like your jokes are really disparaging when it comes to black women and black people in general, that's a problem to me. Like I said, if y'all got clips and footage of him being an equal opportunity comedian talking about everybody, I will digress and speak truth to light to that part. Every action doesn't need a reaction. Black people, we have to have emotional intelligence, especially towards our own. He ain't towards our own. He ain't part of our own. What you mean? Oh, you talking about Charlamagne by proxy of, I get that too. But everybody don't have rational mind, though, Akil. Everybody don't have rational mind. Nah, not yet, Miss A Block. We about to get into that shortly. Yeah, everybody don't have rational mind, and then Akil, there becomes a time where enough is enough. With everything else that's going on in this world, sometimes enough is enough. Huh? And the flip side of that coin is that not only do we got to hold Bamas like Andrew Schultz accountable, but we got to hold ourselves accountable for our own bullshittery, the things where we fall short, the things we ain't doing right, the shortcomings and ill will, ill deeds that are done in our own communities or whatever the case may be. I want y'all to listen to this, and we're gonna get right back to it.
We remove, this is what we removed in our community. We remove judgment, we remove reality. Shame. And we remove shame. So now it's like everybody is extraordinary victims. As soon as you say something to me, man, listen, man, you gotta stop getting high, man. You want some dumb? Come on, man. He doing him, man. You can't just judge him like that, man. He doing him. No, you a junkie, nigga. You a fiend, nigga. You got dope in your body. You a fiend, nigga. That always been the story. Oh no, she just doing her shit. No, she's a whore. No, don't call her that. You can't. She doing her that. No, everybody got all these words that slide out of accountability, and they play victim. Why you gotta talk to them like that? Why you gotta, everybody, that's why our community fucked up now, because can't nobody tell nobody the truth and hold nobody, accountability is dead. So as soon as you check the motherfucker and tell them, damn, you a junkie, man. No, he ain't no. But everybody want to mourn and cry when the motherfucker die. We remove, this is what we removed in our community. We remove judgment, we remove reality. Shame. And we remove shame. So now it's like everybody is extraordinary victims. As soon as you say something to me, man, listen, man, you gotta stop getting high, man. You want some dumb? Come on, man.
I thought I had took the loop off of that, but I guess I didn't. Hold on. Yeah. Not only in 2025, I say we hold every Bama accountable for every action, every wrongdoing, every wrong word, every wrong step against us as a people. I say that we also, in kind, hold everybody accountable within our own communities. You feel me? I feel like we should hold each other accountable. We should be able to. Bruh, you tripping. Bruh, you bullshitting. Sis, that ain't how you carry yourself. Sis, you operating beneath your purpose. Whatever the case may be. Who do we go to for checking? Who should be able to check us if we can't check ourselves, huh? If we can't check ourselves, who do we go to get that reality check? Because we all need it every now and again. We all need a reality check here and there. There has to be somebody say, Phil, you bugging. Phil, you tripping. Phil, you know better. Phil, you better than that. Phil, let it go. Phil, you need to do more of this. Phil, keep pushing. Phil, you on your way. Don't stop now. All that, the encouragement, the correction, the critiques, the criticisms, all those things. Check yourself at the door. I know that's right. I know that's right. King Joseph Stacks, y'all come on over to the good YouTube. I'm just saying. And, if I'm lying, tell me. If I'm lying, tell me. Because at the end of the day, what are we supposed to do, right? Cuban baby. Now, this next part I want to talk about is kind of tied into what Wallow was just saying in that little clip right there about accountability, about the effery that we do in our communities or whatever, right? Now, on the one hand, this young black brother, Phil, stop trying to make turkeys. Shut up, Sam. Sam Unstoppable. This young brother, black brother, has started a network. His name is Lemuel Plummer. Y'all know the network, Zeus Network. Charlie Hustle. Good morning. That felt good to let her pause. I don't know what you talking about that second part. Eventually, yes, Young Dre's on the first part. Second part, I don't know what you talking about. But anyway, Lemuel Plummer, Baddies, Zeus Network, and all the shows that come up off that network and other networks that are similar, right? There's a lot of entertainment value in it, shock value, the drama, toxicity, but there's no balance. Like not only does he have shows like that, but he should have other shows that show another side of humanity, especially our community, because his shows showcase us in not so favorable light, especially the young ladies that'll be on the show. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, show them in less than favorable light, or whatever the case may be. Ratchetness, Creole, that's the perfect word. And a lot of people start to say, hey, bro, I get it, because people are entertained by that. But at the same time, you have no desire to give them anything else at all. I think to the way in which he has his platform would be a perfect place to do it, because he has an app to where his people don't have to tune into this or don't have to tune into that. But if you give them a variety, you give them more of a reason to stay on your platform. I'm just saying, huh? Y'all think about that one. While y'all thinking about that, y'all listen to this little conversation with Lemuel and the interviewer.
Your network is constantly under fire.
Yeah.
Because it is accused, it only shows the base level of us,
I understand.
not the higher level.
Yeah.
Do you feel any pull that there needs to be some balance, or am I just feeding the beast?
No, I mean, obviously our consumers, have an appetite to want to watch that type of programming. We didn't create the formula. There's tons of shows, scripted and unscripted shows on HBO, Netflix, that, are controversial. There's a demand for it. People are watching it. People are eating it up. I think what they appreciate is, to some degree, because I don't know everybody's struggle,
Right.
but there's a relatability factor there, where I think people see themselves in these shows sometimes, or what they go through, or the challenges. There's heart in our shows. There's levity. There's other components and elements to it, that I think people appreciate: the storylines, the personalities, the different characters, and just this world and universe that we're taking them on this journey, and they're eating it up and they're paying to watch it. We absolutely want to create a more diverse group of shows on the network. We're growing, we're scaling every day, every month, every year, which is a blessing.
To a certain degree, you can't fight it, because a lot of people are entertained by the bullshiggery, the toxicness, the ratchetness, the fighting, the bickering, the backbiting, and all these things. True. However, to whom is called, much is required. And when you put yourself in a certain position or forefront of technology, information that's disseminated, you have a responsibility. Some people don't either realize they have the responsibility, or some say, well, I never asked for this responsibility. But responsibility comes along with the position that you have, or whatever the case may be. And to me, y'all can tell me I'm wrong or right. Hey, Tinky, Phil, you was on Ratchet TV once before. What Ratchet TV was I on, Tinky? Tyler Perry's Medea was super ratchet. He eventually grew into creating different types of content. That's my point right there, Sarah Lynn. That's my point right there. The creating balance, It's okay, because like I said, some of the stuff we want to see, some of the stuff we want to be entertained by, whether it's on a full-time basis or part-time basis, some of these things we want to see. Some of these things turn us on. Some of these things get us excited. However, there needs to be balance. And it would make him a better network owner, better content creator, better show creator, to put on a balance for his viewership. It will keep them on his app more often than just the clips from the show, because they only film but so many episodes, of baddies per season, or whatever the case may be. What other than that? What other than that do you have to offer your subscribers, if nothing else? So create some other shows and things that touching various other capacities, or on various other topics that can intrigue and keep people tuned in to Zeus Network year round, as opposed to in certain spurts, or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or right. Y'all can tell me if I'm taking, what show was I on? Shit, they fight on Housewives, Basketball Wives. They don't come for those shows. They do too. They do too. One girl fought another girl because she said she was born. Like what? Yeah, that is crazy. I barely even watch TV anymore. The content is horrible these days. I have my specific series that I patronize, and that's it. I watched you on YouTube on my TV. You was being pretty ratchet. What show is that, Tinky, that you talk about? What show you seen me on YouTube where I was being pretty ratchet? And even if so, I think I provide a great bit of balance. I think I give a better bit of balance than a lot of these networks. What you talking about? Phil, you had a lap dance on Ratchet TV. Listen, that was not my doing. I was not informed nor part of the planning of that situation. I was hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led astray. I didn't land on Plymouth Rock and landed on my lap in that van. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Peep scheme, why? that made him rich. Stop it. Yeah, it made him rich, but still in all, we still have a responsibility. We still have a responsibility. That's all. That's what we subscribe to, watch the fights. True. But as a business person, when you have a subscription-based service such as Zeus, you want your peoples to stay on the app as much as possible. So in doing so, you got to give them more than baddies, because you're not filming baddies every week of the year. You're not filming baddies every week of the year. So then what else do you give your consumers? And your consumers don't want to fight all day. Let's be clear. I saw Phil twerking on YouTube. You ain't seen no Bama ass shit like that never a day in your life. That's a lie. That, sir, is a lie. That's the He's also put money in a bunch of broke chicks' pockets, so hey, let them eat. Hey, I guess so. I guess that's the upside to it. Phil stuttering. Ain't nobody stuttering. I hate to each his own, whatever floats your boat. I get it. That's why I say, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. You feel me? But at the end of the day, we need more balance. We need more balance. We can't tell, hey, it's a real one. We can't say, Andrew Shultz, we need you to be more balanced in your jokes, but then we not even balanced in our own community. Come on now. Come on, we got to be fair. What's fair is fair, right? That's just what Wallow was talking about. That was just what Wallow was talking about. Accountability. Being able to say, hey, you bugging. Being able to say, oh, you doing too much. Being able to say, that ain't it. Or being able to say, you need to get some balance in your life. I'm just saying. Vader Wade Beats, Phil jumping off pun. That's crazy. People say they don't like the show, but the ratings say otherwise. Meanwhile, all the other shows completely opposite of what's depicted are getting canceled after one season. Now, that's true, Devley. That's true. There's a lot of people that say they want other content, but they have to support it, though. That's another thing. It has to be supported. Stop it. What are you talking about, Mo? Stop it. Wasn't Jazz just on the same type of show? Yeah, but the you got to watch it. The goal was not supposed to be that. Tommy kind of turned it into that. She created that atmosphere, but it was actually supposed to be something different. And that network is striving to put on shows other than just people fighting. Stay tuned. Might got something special for y'all. It's coming soon. I kind of feel like a lot of the content feature Black people lacks telling diverse stories of our culture. That's it right there, Sarah Lynn. That's it right there. That lacks telling diverse stories of our culture. That part right there. Baddies is a spinoff of Bad Girls Club. We all waited to watch it. No, I'm not. Hold on. I'm not saying cancel. I'm not saying cancel any of those shows. I'm not saying that those shows need not to exist. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, just like at a time in hip hop, you had more of a balance at a time where you could listen to your more thuggish, ruggish rap or your backpack rap. your party vibe raps. You know, you had a variety. Same thing in these apps and in television and streaming and such like that. It needs to be a balance. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Blah blah blah. Go to church. Phil ain't on no damn baddies. Pause. Tommy is such a trash individual. I never want to see her on my TV or phone or ever in life. I'm just saying. There's a place and space for it all. There's a place and space for it all. Let's not get it twisted. It's just that especially once you got your feet firmly planted. Once you've got your feet firmly planted, and because of the success of baddies and bad girl clubs and all these things, right? Lemuel Plummer can basically dictate. He can basically dictate the content and or further creation of shows that he has on his platform because it's his platform. Can't nobody tell him you can't have this on your platform. You can't have this on your platform. He can put whatever he wants on his network. So he has the power in that capacity. He has that power to do that. Just like Tyler Perry. That's why when certain places and certain film houses didn't want to mess with him, he created his own lane. And in doing so, it allowed for him to expand his content. I forget who said it earlier, but it allowed him to expand his content that he was putting on by way of his movies and plays and shows so that he wasn't just a one-trick pony. CLB, CLY. All media only focuses on clickbait content. Excuse me. That's true. Look at Miss A Block. I ain't gonna say nothing, Miss A Block. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let it go. No apologies. I'm not a consumer that way. Never watched and never will. The first few seasons was good. Now girls just fighting over clout. They are over. That shit. Before it seemed more real or animosities built up. Now it's just like as soon as you come through the door, pick somebody, fight. That's doing too much. That's doing too much. One. Two, again, Lemuel Plummer has created a lane for himself to diversify and add on to like the baddies, you know, the Bad Girls Club baddies, Caribbeans, and all these other offshoots or whatever. He has the power and the capabilities of putting these shows on. It's just a matter of if he wants to do it or not. He might just only want the toxic type shows or whatever. I'm just saying. But to each his own, to each his own. Let me shot this so I can send it to her and she can curse you. I used to watch Ratchet TV, can't lie, but I've evolved so much since. Established, you ain't evolved, but I've evolved so much since then. Anyway, we're going to get past that. I don't want to drag that too much in the ground, but if you're scared, go to church because the remix hurts. Who cooked it? How do you feel about Doechie's offerings to the hip-hop culture? That's a good question, Sarah Lynn. I don't know. I have to ponder that one. Watching people play fight and throw in drinks isn't funny. Yeah, I'm about to delve into that now, Dave Lee. I'm about to delve into that now. Ladies and gentlemen, where is it at? Do. There has been allegations set forth. When did that call come in? I didn't even realize that came in. There's been allegations set forth about good brother Jay-Z, Jigga Man, Jehovah, Bryson Leach, good morning. Stop capping everything dead. Salute. there has been allegations, and according to the reporter who wrote this, it says Jay-Z, the star rapper and entrepreneur whose real name is Sean Carter, was accused in a lawsuit Sunday of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly along with Sean Diddy Combs. The anonymous accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, said the assault happened after she was driven to an MTV Music Video Awards, Music Video Awards after party. The federal lawsuit was originally filed in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Combs as a defendant. It was refiled Sunday to include Mr. Carter. Carter's attorney, Alex Spiro, and his publicist, as well as Combs' representatives, did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who filed the suit, did not comment. Busby has filed several lawsuits in recent months. All have withheld their complainants' names, accusing Combs of assault and the R word. This is the first suit in which he has named another high-profile defendant. There was another thing that I wanted to read. Let me see if it's in here. Hold up. It's not in there. But from what I do recall, somebody just tried to send me something. Let me see. What I do recall was Jay-Z basically responded, said, have at it. You want to go that route? Please go file criminal charges as well. Do that. Let's get to the bottom of this. So basically, he's taking the road. He's taking the road like, yeah, I'm with all the shenanigans. I ain't touched that girl. Whatever. I don't know what that is right there, but let me put this back on here. Okay. I don't know, where was I at? I don't think in this situation here, I reserve my judgment. I'm reserving my judgment, and I'm not jumping out of the window or getting on any bandwagon for or against. I'm not getting on any bandwagon for or against. I don't know if I feel like this lawsuit is an ethical one. I don't know if I feel like if this lawsuit is a righteous one. And again, Jay-Z himself says, if that be the case, go file a criminal case. Now, if somebody's guilty, why would they want the police in their business? Why would they want the criminal complaint? Coach Mark Martin, salute. I'm over here on the good YouTube. Come on over, holler at me. If somebody's guilty or trying to hide some guilt or hide some dirt that they're trying to do, why would they want you to go to the law enforcement to start a case? So that within itself doesn't sound like somebody that might be guilty of doing something like that. Somebody said because of statutes of limitations, but statutes of limitations ain't always. I think because they changed that. I forget what it is in Maryland, New York, but I think they changed some of those things too. That's why a lot of this stuff is being able to be delved into now. I with this one, I think a lot of people think that because he's been quiet in this whole thing, that says that he has to be up to something or involved with something because he's been quiet. In essence, he come from outdoors. He come from outside, and generally, when you in the streets, you be quiet. You mind your business. You pay attention. You watch, or whatever the case may be. But you maintain low key, especially you got stuff going on positively. You don't want to mess that stuff up. So he kind of distanced himself from Puffy or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Say, who drives a 13-year-old to a video awards after party? We got to stop believing everything. Charlie Hustle? That too. But Charlie Hustle, you do got some people that are unscrupulous. You do have some people that would not care. You do got some people, and let's be clear, they might not have known the girl's age, maybe or maybe not, depending on how she was built or how she looked. Whatever the case may be. There's a lot of variables that seem out of place with it, though. There's a lot of variables that seem out of place with it. But we're gonna see whether or not this story is true and whether or not it actually involved Jay-Z. Because as the part that I read, the lawyer initially filed the case against Diddy, did not mention Jay-Z at all. Refiled it and added him to it. So it makes me wonder: are they trying to railroad Jay-Z, or was he involved with such things, right? Or was he involved with? Hey, Ardella, come on over to the Good YouTube channel right there. I'm just saying. Why the father of the victim ain't filed a police report? Kill somebody that might, or get a grape kit done. I don't believe this one, even when it was filed solely against Diddy. That's a good point, CL. This one, something about this one just kind of like, No, I get what you're saying, Dev. She said, so Foxy, Aaliyah, Beyonce. I get what you're saying. But the difference, and I am not placating and I am not condoning. It's not what I'm doing, Devly. From my understanding, there was no forcible activities with none of them. In the allegations with this, somebody did a YouTube last night and they read the documents or whatever. It was very much a coerced, a drug-induced, forced situation or whatever the case may be. I don't think with any of those three people that you named, including his current wife, that any of that was an issue. I hope for his sake that the allegations are bullshiggery. But if the allegations are bullshiggery, shame on the person that actually implemented him into the situation or whatever the case may be. However, if there is guilt there, let God's will be done and let him be dealt with accordingly. How quiet is he really? He talks about all the shit he's done in his land privately. Back in the days, we lied about our ages. That's true too, Cassie. Back in the days, men and women lied about the age, or young boys and younger, because I know I lied about my age at one time, not one time, at one point in time before I was 18 or whatever, so I can get into certain things. Phil, why are you not going hard on him like you did Diddy? Because one, how can I put this, Ms. A Block? Because it's still unclear. Whereas Diddy, there's so many allegations. There's so many allegations, from far-fetched to you could tell it's right on the money. Whereas with this situation, it's kind of like, I don't know yet. And sometimes we'll jump out the window or jump to something, to a headline, and say, yeah, they did that. I know they did it. I know they did. Or on the contrary, they didn't do that. Nah, they didn't do that. I'm not saying either way. I just feel as though I can't pull myself to one side of the fence or the other until I hear more of the situation. Something's itching my eye. You said NDAs. What year did this take place? That plays a big part. They said 2000 established, that the situation happened in 2000. Ish comes out when it's supposed to come out. What you do in the dark always comes. That's true too. We'll see if other females pop out the woodwork. One case usually opens up for others to go public. That's true. That's true. Totally agree, Charlie. Also, why was a 13-year-old in that scene? Him and Jamie Foxx have that's allegedly. We don't know that, and I definitely don't want to see that. There was too many fine-ass grown women around during that time. That's the era of the video vixen, Melissa Ford, Esther Baxter, Esther Baxter, Corinne Steffens, etc. Yeah, you're right. I hope he ain't do nothing like that. Yeah, that. Like I said, if he did that or he was a part of that, then let him be dealt with accordingly. When no, I ain't got no love for nobody that does that or whatever, right? But I need to hear a little bit more about the case. I need to hear a little bit more about the case before I really gain an assumption or speculation or a judgment on the situation. The hate on him is real, Big Phil, in these comments, especially from a certain individual. Frank White, GMG. I don't know. That's a good question, Frank White. Phil, no, statutory is statutory. Doesn't. No, I get that, Devley. I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is, how can I put it? Statutory is wrong, right? But the other way, with its force, violence, or drugs, or whatever the case may be, that's a little bit more heinous, a little bit more, because the other side of it is the girl's consenting to do whatever or whatever. And then there's a thing of how old was she and could she really consent and da-da-da-da. But on the other side of what this complaint alleges, is something something darker, something more nefarious than say just a statutory intertwine or whatever the case may be. Why was Solange really bad in the elevator? That's speculation too. A lot of people say because he got caught cheating or whatever. A lot of people say that something came out about him cheating or whatever, and she found out about it, and he was treating Beyonce a certain way, and Solange wasn't having it. Not a dirty one. Your energy for Jay ain't the same. It ain't. It can't be, Miss A Block. Think about it. Diddy has a plethora of allegations. A plethora. There is a video, Miss A Block, of him putting hands and feet on Cassie. Video. We seen this video. He lied about putting his hands on her. Then when the video came out, he gave a bullshit ass excuse and or apology. So that alone would put you in a different frame of mind and perspective as to whether or not he did certain things or not. Up until today, even in the situation with Solange in the elevator, he could have went off on her. He didn't. He could have went off on her, but he didn't. I'm just saying it needs to be a little bit more before condemning him. The fame got to all of them. Man, listen, New York changed the law. I was outside in the New York City nightclubs, events, etc. at 15 years old in the late 90s. I got plenty of stories. Dudes were not concerned about age back then, and shit was done out in the open uncaringly. Now, that's a fact. That's a fact. Miss A Block said, boo, none of them have clean hands. How do you know that, though, Miss A Block? Were you in the room? Did you witness or peek something that you can add to the conversation? How, Sway? How? And I'm not championing anything. I'm not condoning nothing. Listen, like I said, if he guilty, have at it. He deserved whatever come with that. But if he not guilty, it's like, damn, why put that smut on that man's name, you know? Let me open up the room for conversation. Do, 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 do. Okay, the link is up there, ladies and gentlemen, pinned at the top. If you want to be a guest co-host, click that link and come on over. If it gives you a problem, copy and paste it in your browser. Come on up and talk to me. The Business Bully, salute. What's goody like the mob? I'm over on YouTube. I'm just saying, until there's just a little bit more proof, a little bit more something, I can't. Damn, so anyone say anything about a person that makes it true? Yeah, that's the thing. We that's why I named this cancel culture. We quick to want to cancel any and everybody without any paperwork, no real paperwork, without any witnesses, without any real and true knowledge to the situation. Just what we've heard, and sometimes we hear shit to be sensationalized. I agree. It's different when you actually visualize something and Diddy punching her at the elevator did it for me. That's a fact, Sabrina. That's what I'm saying. If that be the case, that alone says he's capable, very much so capable of these acts that he's being accused of, especially in light that he lied about it before we visibly saw that video. And it wasn't a tussle. It wasn't a thing where they were fighting. And it doesn't make right, because a man shouldn't put his hands on a woman, right? But it wasn't even a thing that they were fighting. He basically assaulted Cassie physically, and I would bet verbally, because we couldn't hear the audio or whatever. But I could guarantee he was verbally assaulting her too. When it all hits the courtroom, let's see how you feel then. Hey, how would you feel if Jay makes a statement? Depends on what he got to say. Dave. Now, there was a statement that was made through his lawyer where Jay says, if they feel like that's what went on, go get a criminal action. Go take criminal action. Go get a criminal case going on, not just a civil one. Go get a criminal case going on. That's what I'm saying. If the statutes of limitations allow it, and he's telling you to go get what guilty man would want to utter those words, knowing that could be a strong possibility, or what's next to come? Would nobody guilty of that want to encourage that or egg that on? If anything, you would want to quell it down, hush it or whatever. Jay don't have to prove his innocence; they have to prove his guilt. Technically, you're right. You're right, Favor Danny. You're right, but unfortunately, in our culture, in the court of our peers, you'll be guilty. You'll be guilty just because I said you did it, or she said you did it, or he said you did it. You, in the court of opinion, will be found guilty well before a case really hits the courts, or before your trial date comes and can mess up your trial date. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. People say untrue stuff about people every day on IG, and people eat it up like it's a 4-course meal. Yep. Our people very dumb for dollars. Well, to be fair, Diddy's charges are still the same. He's charged with taking prostitutes over state lines for his sex parties. Everything else is allegations. So settlements are becoming the new income, man. Listen, I'm gonna put a case on a couple of y'all females. Ms. A Block, your name going on a site now. I ain't even gonna play like that. Exactly. Pay attention to the money. Someone has to get paid. It's kickback time. And understand something. There's a certain group of people that might be egging certain things on because they don't like the power that's available. They don't like the power that's available through these black men or whatever. But in all fairness and in accountability wise, we got to understand that we got to stop doing the dumb shit. And once you get to a certain level and have a certain amount of money, you shouldn't be doing certain dumb shit no more anyway. Hey, April. Hey, Lorenzo. I'm just saying. Man, my eyes itching. Not when you have the justice system on your payroll, judges, prosecutors, mayors, even higher ups. The man think he's untouchable. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And all these acquisitions, why aren't the parents being charged for child neglect? That's a good point. That's a great point. Who gonna lose? That's hate. That's hate. I bet Leo Cohen say something negative about Jay. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But we gonna see. We gonna see. A former federal agent works for Jay. Pay attention. They had that. They were working for Puffy too. Frank White. That's why they called in Homeland Security. Said Jay-Z issued statement after being accused. Let me see if I can find this statement. So beautiful. Hold on, y'all. Do 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 baby. Okay, it says Rock Nation releases statement after Jay-Z is accused of the R word of a 13-year-old. It says, my lawyer received a blackmail. Hold on. I got to squint this one. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. That's where and that's how you knew Puffy was guilty. Because if he wasn't guilty, I wouldn't have paid her nothing. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. What would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. The lawyer who I have done a bit of research on seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. The typing is so small. Sorry, y'all. I have no idea how you have come to such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will shortly see the press and ask questions about and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families, and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children who seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics, fake physics will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. And that's it. I know y'all was like, damn, Phil, took you a long time to read. Look how small these words is. Hold on. You see how small that is? I had to try to zoom it out and move it over and read it or whatever the case may be. Where's free from 106 and Park? Because the way I was reading was concerning. The words are hella small and I had to zoom it out. Hold on. I had to zoom it out, move it over, and catch it, and catch my place. Everything's all right now, favorite daddy. Feel touched by evocative. No, I'm not. I should have put it up on this computer. It would have been bigger. So that's on me. My fault. It's her too. They teamed up, but no, there's a young man that claims to be his son. Oh yeah, he just sat down with Tasha K too. It's all over YouTube. He and Kathy White's daughter have been trying to get a paternity test. We believe you. It was just funny. I know. My bad. I'm just saying, for now, I'm going to withhold judgment. For now. But if more comes out, I will stand on the appropriate side of the fence. Trust me on that one. But again, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up for the page if you would. If you're new to the channel and have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And more importantly, hit that notification bell. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drops. Feel the Love Fridays drops or anything else that I put on this Good Big Phil Speaks channel. With that being said, though, understand we are supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But then there's certain things that happen that show a measure of either innocence or a measure of guilt. And in Diddy's case, at least with the one portion, there's an obvious level of guilt there. We seen the video. With Jay-Z, we have none of that to go off of. I think that because he is so much of a mystery that people question a lot of what he does or doesn't do. But until something more concrete is placed out there or said, for me, I'm going to have to withhold my judgment. Nah, wait till he's convicted, established. I listen and don't judge. I know that's right. Put my glasses on. That ain't it, Cassie. The lettering is hella small. Look at Moon. He did it, period. How you know, Moon? Like you got inside information. I don't think he's mysterious. I think he's full of shit. Could be both. Could be both established. Could be both. Mystery out of sight, out of mind, because I know if you know, you know. What you know, Davlee? Come talk to us. Tell me what's on your mind, huh? Tell me what's on your mind. He said, because I do. What is it that Moon Sniper knows? Huh? Impart in us this knowledge or this wisdom that you have. He's being biased because he's a Sag. Oh, Jay-Z is a Sag too. He is a Sag, but nah, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Because if it comes out that he did this, excuse me, I'm gonna be talking about him just as bad as Diddy. Trust me. Trust me. We thought you was stroking out. Whatever, Keenan. Pause. No, Diddy. Again, as a father, your 13-year-old daughter calls you and tells you and he does nothing. He took her home and gives her a hug. Yeah, that's crazy to me. That ACL, I would be at every function I know that Bama gonna be at. Listen, I would be outside. I know when you become a billionaire, it takes a few skeletons in that closet to get there. Phil, just praying for a feature. That's a feature. No, the hell I'm not. No, the hell I'm not. Listen, I don't have none of them Bamas on no pedestal. I don't have none of them on a pedestal. All of them are males and flawed. All of them are human beings and they're flawed and have the capabilities, the propensities to do anything, good or bad or whatever. Now, did they do such a thing? I hope not, but we'll see. Unfortunately, money and an NDA make people do some strange things. Y'all think every parent do right by their kids, look at the victims? Well, true that, Moon. True that. Jay was one of the biggest rappers in the world during that time who wouldn't tell the authorities and sue when it happened. Good point. Good point. In 2000, hold on. And in 2000, if I'm not mistaken, Jay-Z didn't have the power that he has now. Jay-Z didn't have the power that he has now back then. So it would have made better sense, a case against him back then. And if it happened in 2000, it would have been a lot more doable for a case against him then. To me, I'm just saying. How old was he when he was dealing with, I don't know. Peep Scheme is bugged out. Davlee is from Marcy. She know the Haven in them. Hey, Cuban baby. Davlee ain't from no part of Brooklyn. Davlee, that sound like hate. That sound like hate, Davlee. She's like, I ain't from no part of no damn Brooklyn. She could have gotten paid off like the girl from Club NY. She got cashed out, but she's doing a hell of a lot of talking now. Against who? Diddy or against Hov? But Diddy did, and that was his friend protected. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know. Money in 2000s ain't the money it is today either. That's a fact. That's a fact, Davlee. Y'all are bugging. Anywho. Did I play that one already? No shade, but she would have remembered Jay's face. Yeah, and that's the thing too. How come they didn't name him in the first lawsuit that he filed. Why did the lawyer not do that, or why didn't the victim or whatever come forth right with Jay Z's name or whatever the first time? Say y'all crazy. A few million back then was like a billion. Down inflation's 5 million. Then is like 50 down. Y'all coming over to the good YouTube. Phil, you giving this man way too much credit. So didn't your man's Keeney what? Phil from Red Hook, he was down. Yeah, all right. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. With the other dude with Diddy, there's a lot of things that are just allegations and seem far fetched, but then there are other things that says, oh, that nigga has something to do with something. Now, this one isolated situation and the actual components of it, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just gonna reserve my judgment for the moment. Lady Costanita, right there, now he done put me in Red Hook. Ain't that something? Phil, what about Jay-Z says he's not guilty? Nothing actually, Moon, but what says is that he's guilty? I don't know. In this situation, well, it's not, it's absent a videotape, absent some footage, it's kind of hard to think that anybody would take advantage of a young girl like that, right? But that doesn't mean that it's not possible or capable or that people haven't done that, because they have, obviously. Um, mm. Nor am I trying to cover up Moon, nor am I covering up for if he did do it either. Like I said, if he did it, then he needs to be dealt with accordingly. Like I said, I'm not pulling no punches for the Bama. I'm not doing that. There's just too many allegations for me, all too related. Devly, cam up. Moon, cam up. Give me more of your perspectives. What else is it that you know, heard, or whatever the case may be, that have you believing that he possibly did do that? I'm just saying. And I'm not just saying having relations with somebody underage or whatever, but I'm talking about what they talking about, how it went down in the whole 9 yards. They better leave the big homie alone, man. Listen. These rappers are some of the most vile and disgusting people. Why is it so unbelievable? I just don't know. I don't know. Diddy maybe, but Jay never. That's kind of where I'm at with it, Coach Anita. That's kind of at at 13 years old, where in the hell was the kid's parents? Okay, hold on, Moon. I got you. Let me get the stage set for the sniper one. For the Moon Sniper one. Moon Sniper, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, Phil?
What's up now? Now I know you're a very elusive person, but I know you know
hmm
people and been around places and spaces in your young years, right? And your ear might be
hmm
at a curb or two, or maybe even at a door or two, listening, right? What is
I'm
it?
telling you.
What is it about this situation that you just know beyond knowing that he's guilty?
Well, I won't say that I know beyond knowing that he's guilty because,
Okay.
in this world, it'll surprise you. It really will.
Yeah.
But I do think it's interesting that Beyonce took Kelly Rowland instead of Jay Z to the Kamala Harris event to bring awareness for voting. I do think it's interesting that he didn't use
Mm.
his star power to help others vote. Especially when there were so many black men voting for Donald Trump, with
Mm.
silliness. But I find it interesting that she has been maneuvering to place him or displace him out of scrutiny. Because usually Beyonce and Jay Z are together. Why is it that now she's doing more promotion than him, even though he has all these other brands and connections and things like that? I just think it's very odd that Beyonce's been bringing her best girlfriends and other people around.
But it could be trouble in paradise too, though. It could be.
Oh, I bet
It's
it
been
is, because
rumors.
you
It's
because
been
you because you
rumors.
raping 13-year-old
Oh
girls.
my pause. All wording. We are on YouTube.
Allegedly. Read
Allegedly. You see how I got that
right.
right across the screen?
Hmm.
But
Yeah, you gotta have that when I'm up here.
but they could be going through something else that don't nobody know. He could be out here tripping and cheating or whatever. You never know. But
Hmm.
but yeah, because I think they said when the thing originally came out was it September, October, or whatever the case may be. But when it so riddle me this then. So why not include his
And again,
name in
y'all,
the
this is just speculation. I know they're getting mad.
oh, you talking people in the comments?
they get they get mad. But you know what?
uh-huh.
The same thing. I know that it's hard to think that. It's hard to think Oprah Winfrey ain't doing what she doing to little boys and girls, and they disappearing, and we don't know where that. But that's neither here nor there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Hmm.
So riddle me this then. Why not put his name in the original complaint though? In the original civil suit. Why leave it out and then refile it and put his name in it?
I don't know. I wouldn't know the mind of a victim because
I'm
I'm
talking about
not
the
them.
lawyer. I ain't talking about the mind of a victim. I'm talking about the lawyer. See, you tried it.
I, you know.
You trying to get me, y'all. Yes, we are not gonna make the victim the bad person.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about that
I'm
damn
telling
lawyer, that suit. Because
you.
I'm pretty sure she told him,
Um,
yeah, it was him, and whoever the female was that was in the room. They say it was a female there.
I just think that, there's a lot of variables that go into, how someone get, like, let's say and I'll use this as an example and I'll get back to Jay-Z. Diddy, for example, I think he got too overexposed and he got too egotistical to think, oh, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
And he had the right people, just so happenly. Cassie was the Rosa Parks of this, the catalyst that really made it look
Mm.
really nicely to really get him for what it is, because
Yeah.
she opened up doors for other people to really say, hey, he too did this. Because Cassie also had somewhat of some star power, better insight, and she just so happenly was, associated and dated him. But
Mm.
with Jay Z, and I'll use the word you used, he can also be very elusive as well. And yes, he is behind the scenes often and he does things. That's the perfect position to do wrong.
Mm. You right. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, I'm not really saying he did it,
Yes, that's what
allegedly.
you really said, but I ain't gonna tell
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah. But but if he really if that's your friend and y'all was around one another, I believe, and this is all alleged, I believe Ray J, you're going down. Okay. You're trying to act like you're out here helping and
Uh
oh my God, I'm
oh.
surprised you're going down, Ray J.
Uh
I know
oh.
that you allegedly are the reason that Wendy Williams is losing her life the same way that Whitney lost her life.
Uh oh.
Anyway, um, yeah, but with Jay Z, I think there's definitely trouble in paradise. I think that him and Beyonce never really belonged
Together.
together, but I do think that they both catapulted each other in different spaces than they
They
would have
did.
been in a quicker,
They
pace.
glowed
I
each
do
other
I
up.
do know that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that is a fact. Because, like I said, if once if more information comes out, then I will leap pause to the other side of the fence and totally condemn them. However, it's I don't know, something about this case just don't sit right with me. And I'm a very I like to think shit or I might be an overthinker, but I pay attention to certain shit. With this case, I'm not quite sold yet. If that
Hmm.
makes sense. If that makes sense.
No, I
And
mean,
it ain't because it's Jay Z neither. It ain't because it's Jay Z because I could give a shit about that. If you did something like that, then I wouldn't care if you was the
Diddy
president.
maybe. So see, that's the problem, Miss Kosanita. You still, even after all the evidence, you still it's maybe for Diddy.
Ain't no
See,
ain't no maybe with Diddy with me, but
that's crazy. But again, I'm not trying to upset people in the comments, but what I'm saying is if you have hard concrete evidence and it's still maybe for you, I don't know if your perception of what's happening going on right now, I don't know how you're absorbing it. I don't know how you're eating it, how you're looking at it. But Diddy did those things.
yeah, I'm with you with that. I'm with you on
He did
Diddy.
those things.
Yeah,
He
I'm
did
with you
those
on
things.
Diddy. Established, you talking about what assault footage from 2001? What you talking about? You got me on that one. But no, if listen, I'm very much like I observe stuff. Moon has been in the room where I'm just sitting there quiet watching people. I observe things, right, and I pick up a lot, even if I don't lead on it. I picked up on it, and with this case, so far, I'm just not sold yet. It is all fresh because it just happened. You know, they just started talking about this yesterday or whatever the case may be. So it's still fresh or whatever. But probably by the middle of the week or whatever, I might come back and have my own opinion, like a further opinion on it. Oh, I get what you said, established. Nah, hell nah, I wouldn't want to see no assault. I wouldn't want to see no footage of no shit like that because that'd make me want to hurt whoever. I wouldn't care who they was. Excuse me.
Hmm.
Young Jay said,
I'm
I'm
just
with
saying,
Moon.
it's not that far fetched that Jay Z would have the opportunity or the ability
The
to do it.
opportunity, yes.
I think we look at his character and we're like, oh no. Some people change. Sometimes people, they do horrible things and like, you know what? Let me go ahead and turn my life around.
True, true.
But maybe being associated or having proxy to
To
Diddy
Diddler,
is what's going to bring that karma to him 20 years
yeah,
later.
yeah. And they did partner up on some things. See, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. You got to be careful who you align yourself with, because it's one thing going into something knowing a person and maybe knowing they're good, bad, or whatever the case may be. But then when you go into something and maybe only know a certain perception of somebody, no matter how long you've known them, and then you get kind of caught up in the whirlwind of their bullshit.
Yeah, I think that now don't get me wrong. There are many people in the entertainment world
JRP,
that are still probably sweating bullets now, thinking, "Oh, I could be next." There's some people who are
Yeah.
died, dead
Oh
and
yeah.
gone, and they got away with it. There's people who aren't learning from what's happening right now that's going to happen 20 years from now. You know,
Facts.
there,
Facts.
there's that's always going to be a thing because whenever there's power and opportunity, there is wickedness all the
Yep.
time.
And if it don't hit you right away, people have the messed up thought process like, well, I didn't got away with it. I'm good. Not realizing
You
sometimes
got
that
away
thing
with
is
it
just
today.
that thing slowly making its way back like a boomerang to bust you right upside your head at the right moment or at the wrong moment, for that matter. I
I'm
sent you
telling
a
you.
whole video of Cassie hiding under the covers and Puffy taunting her, and you were like, "Oh, that didn't show much. There was no." What are you talking, Steph?
So there's a video of her trying to get away from Diddy,
Which
and he
one?
has a video that. So he uploaded this. This is I remember watching this video years ago, being like, "This is such a weird video."
The one she's in the corner
He,
under
ha-
the blanket?
yeah, he had just beat the hell out of her, and now she's trying to get away from him,
Allegedly.
and he's so yeah, allegedly. Well, the video said that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
allegedly. Because I didn't see what happened prior. But he sounded very drugged out. And, you can tell that he had, just done something horrible to her. And that's why, like, why would you upload that? Like, she was scurrying away like a spider,
Yeah. And
you
and and,
know?
and in that case, that showed a level of depravity. Um,
That he could taunt it like that and no
yeah.
one would still.
There's
That
a
was
video of
crazy.
me and what, whatever peeps game. And see that's another thing that kind of sets it apart for me. I know that's what you were talking about, established. That's one thing that sets it apart for me too. There are no instances that we know of possibilities of these type of activities. Yeah, he might have went to go date a younger girl or whatever the case may be, but not not the abuse aspect or the coercion or the whatever. Now, supposedly, allegedly, he has a child or two out here that he ain't claiming or whatever the case may be, and for whatever reason, he won't go get a paternity test. Whereas I would think that you would want to do that, get it out the way one way or the other. If it's not my child, then go on about your business. If it is my child, let me, get to know my child or whatever, because,
Who is this?
huh?
Who is this we talking about?
Jay-Z. He has a
They
apostle son, something Satterwhite, and then is a daughter, a alleged daughter, and they both eerily got certain aspects of themselves that do look like him, or whatever. But
so see, this is the thing. Y'all believe Jay Z? See, child,
what?
if he do this fertility test and come out, will that move that needle?
Not for this. No, 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 no. Not for because no these relationships that he had with
Are
these
two
women
different
weren't
things.
weren't weren't of a nefarious situation. They
Oh,
came from the
okay. So
time when he
these
was
were
out the street,
legitimate
huh?
of consent
Yeah,
this
yeah. These are
time.
when he was in the street or whatever, but he just not trying to claim them whatever after all these years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, nah. Moon trying to put the whole jacket on. Here, take this Pele. Put this on your shoulders.
Uh-huh. We got him.
Right?
I'm telling you. And this is Diane Sawyer.
You right? Lady Costanita said he's still a man. We all know he cheated a couple times, but this allegation is crazy. That's the thing. It's a rock and a hard place. It's a rock because people are like, Phil, why you not so convinced? Because I don't just get convinced because other people convinced, but it has to be certain elements that show itself, and then I'll be like, yeah, that nigga did that. So
Hmm.
again, no, Moon. Outside of possible statute of limitations, because
Hmm.
I don't, depending on the state, I think they reopened the statute of limitations to which people can be charged criminally up to a certain amount of time, whatever. Right? Why would
Hmm.
he say if it is possible? He says through his lawyer that if indeed this thing happened, then go file a criminal case. Not just a civil one. Go file a criminal one. If I'm
Well,
guilty,
sometimes people,
I ain't trying to poke or prod you into doing nothing of the sort.
I don't know, sometimes people want to play in people's face too and say, yeah, go do it. And they
True.
really did it, but they don't have, they
True.
think they have all their bases covered. And that lawyer say, yeah, we knew he'd do it. Bam! You know.
That's your ass, Mr. Postman. That's true. Now that's true.
You know,
I
I
don't
wouldn't even
know.
taunt people like that because you, in the world we live in now, shoot, they just might win it.
Mm,
I wouldn't even taunt people like that.
yeah. It, it,
But
it's a tangle web. It's a tangle web. And like I said, as the days go forward, more come out about this case one way or the other. Either condemning him or clearing him or whatever the case may be. And it and
right,
it,
I
and
get
it,
what you're saying, Lady Costanita. I'm not saying, your uncle may have had a kid outside the marriage. That doesn't mean he slept with underage girl. It doesn't. But anyone is capable of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you
true,
weren't there, when
true.
we weren't there. But what I'm saying is, I, and again, I don't have any hard evidence. I'm not a lawyer on this case.
Mhm. He said on this case.
you know. But what I would say is, I think that there is great incentive for Jay to have done that, given the people that he was around, giving the opportunity, giving the just the environment. It doesn't mean that he continued to do it. Maybe he did it and it wasn't for him and he moved on. Maybe he never did it.
What would be his reason
Hell, maybe
behind?
Beyonce did it.
Uh-oh.
Who knows?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He said it
Allegedly.
beehive, not me.
You know what I'm saying? Um, there's a lot of people that are capable of a lot of stuff, but I do think that if this is just now coming out and there's more evidence that's added on top, Jay Z, you're cooked. I
Yeah.
like girls, 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 girls.
and that's my thing too. Like I knew certain things about Puffy through these years too, but nothing that he's been alleged and or being shown to be now. I knew he was scam artist from a long time ago for the parties he threw in D.C. I knew certain things streetwise because of certain people that I know attached to certain individuals. But all these new stuff, all this new stuff is pretty much new.
Did you see
Was
that?
that? Yeah, I don't know what happened. They come to get your
Oh, it.
ass.
Yeah, they coming to get you.
Paul said no Diddy.
I
they they said, oh yeah,
I
let's
said
get
I
his
did say
IP address.
allegedly, didn't I?
Yeah. You'll know when them people knock on the door, you have been served.
Right.
You be like, that damn Phil got me in trouble. But yeah, there was certain things about his character that I always knew. There's certain things about Jay-Z's character that I know from people, you know, that's connected in some ways, but nothing along these lines. But like you said, Moon, anybody's capable of doing anything. No matter how nice they are, how mean of a person they are. Mean people have the capacity to be nice, and nice people have the
Yeah.
capacity to
Murderers
be
hold the
evil.
door open for you too.
Huh? Yep.
A murderer will hold the door open for you.
That's a fact.
Held a cab open for you. You know, pick up your coat for you. You know, don't mean they ain't murdered nobody.
That's a fact. That is true. So I just for everybody watching, I just need a little bit more so that I be sold. Pause. You know, not just jumping on a bandwagon. Get him, get him. He must be guilty. He was friends with him at a time. I've been friends with people that done all kinds of stuff, and I've done all kinds of stuff. But that don't mean because I've done the things that I have done, don't mean I did some other shit that you know I didn't do. You get what I'm saying? So I know what it means to be accused of things. I know what it means to be persecuted for things or prosecuted for things or whatever. Phil ain't got no damn picks because I could care less about either one of them. Ain't neither one of them put no money in my pocket. So like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight. But at the same time, I'm not just trying to just blanketly lead somebody off to the firing squad neither.
I love Lady Coach. She said, "I'm not knocking your feelings, even though they're wrong." But you know, we will see as time
Yeah.
unfolds and all of that. We will definitely see. Um, because you know, again, people can get it wrong, people can get it right, but all things do come to the
Come to
light.
light. That's a fact. And let's be assured, if he's not guilty of this, he probably guilty of something. Or even if he guilty, a lot of people don't get to that status without partaking in some things, in some capacity. Let's be clear. I don't know to say that there's any billionaire or close to a billionaire whose hands ain't dirty in some capacity, in some nature, or whatever, right?
Yeah, because once you reach them levels, you meet other people that have also done things on those
Yeah.
levels.
Yep. Yep. And but at the same time, I just don't want to throw a jacket on them that don't fit him. If the jacket fitted here, nigga, wear that. That's you. That's you. And
Hmm.
I will wholeheartedly be
We
up there
won't
talking
tailor it
shit
for
about
you.
it.
It is gonna fit.
You say it's going. Remember that he said it, y'all.
I'm just saying this is no different than. I mean, look at OJ,
But even with OJ though, hold on, even with
and we
OJ,
know he did it.
but hold on, they said
When he
oh,
did that to that interview, I said, "Oh, this is crazy."
he might have been Looney Tunes, but they say it was a gentleman that worked there that killed some other people the exact same way.
Yeah, thumbs up for the killing. Yeah,
You
I
said.
mean, yeah.
I mean, and understand, just because somebody's done something here, don't mean they did it there. Oh, I don't know. Look at Keenan. OJ didn't do it. So if they
So if
show
they show
proof of the
proof of a 13 year
13-year-old
old with
with
Jay,
Jay and Diddy at the after party, how would you feel then? Um,
if a video come out, that'd be crazy.
yeah. Now, if it was a video of them doing some things, that would be the nail in the coffin. One, two. Just because you get a Polaroid of them at a club or something, that don't
Don't
necessarily
mean
mean,
nothing.
yeah, that don't mean nothing. But because there's other footage of one of the Jane Does that they uncovered. Her name is Ann or something now, and she's like the ex-wife of a hockey player or something like that, or current wife or whatever, and they show pictures of her in Puffy's house on his lap and some other stuff or whatever. And she's claiming that he did, XYZ or whatever. Now that's a little bit different because she's showing pictures inside that man's domicile, inside of his house or whatever. But just a club pic, that don't necessarily mean that he did something or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying, but check my inbox. Hold on, somebody said they sent me something. Check my inbox. I don't want to see no videos with no young dudes. I'm just saying. Oh, they talking about from the lawyer. It said, regarding the Jay-Z case and his efforts to silence my clients, Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He filed his frivolous case under a pseudonym. What he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. This conduct has had the opposite of impact. She is emboldened. I am very proud of her resolve as far as the allegations in the complaint filed. We will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. Uh-oh. Rail, what's up, Rail? Salute. I'm over on the good YouTube, brother. Yeah, that's a doozy there. That's a doozy there.
The story is crazy. 13-year-old at VMA with no ticket, a friend. Well, see,
Yeah. Yeah.
we have to remember there was more than just one Diddy back in the day. Like there's other people too that partook in the. It could have been Stevie J friend.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been Usher friend. Like who knows why that 13-year-old girl was there. And we have to remember there were other handlers that were women. There were other handlers of different. But
Right.
what I'm saying is, it's a little, a little silly when you watch the video and Diddy laughing like, "Yeah, you come to the after party, ha 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 ha." This is like, what do you mean by that? And why that girl? For all we know, Diddy could have came and said, "Yeah, okay, man, get this on tape. I want to be able to live this again and relish in it." Because why are you asking a 13-year-old girl you're gonna be there? Do you know her? What's the reason?
Exactly. Exactly. And it's certain things that Diddy has said and done, and people kind of glossed over back before, but now certain things are starting to make sense or being realized. Um, that kind of puts more nails in his coffin. There's a video of him in bed talking about "Good morning to me, good morning," and you hear somebody go in the background. Pause. No Diddy.
What?
Yeah, it was going around in there. I said that shit right there, that right there, boy. I said that people didn't think nothing about when he did it, but after all this stuff started coming out, all the things, it's like, oh, hold up, what did he? What the hell you had going on? Hey, Keisha Hall, good morning, good morning. I'm just saying, we just gonna have to see how this play out and see where it go. But hopefully he didn't have nothing to do with it. Hopefully he
Yeah,
didn't.
hopefully not. Not praying on someone's downfall. Just want that justice.
But if he did, I'll be one of the first up here say, yeah, that Bama did it. That Bama did. See, a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon since last night, since it came out, and said that, just for clickbait or just to have content or whatever, and just run his name in the dirt. I'm not going to do that until I, like I said, the difference with Diddy is I knew certain things about him anyway, which to me gave him more of a propensity to do certain other things. But I mean, anybody is capable of anything. When anybody read the paperwork, her dad supposedly picked her up and they went home, not to the police or the hospital or nothing. Oh yeah. When she got out the house, she went to the gas station and the clerk let her call, use her phone or whatever. I still won't believe it. People get set up every day. Man,
Yeah,
listen.
people do.
That's why
But
sometimes
I'm
it's
just
best to stay
saying
out
there,
the way.
there's things that are happening. I mean, there's gonna be I mean, hell, let's ask Cat Williams. He since he know every damn thing and he got his degree.
That's
Because
right.
once Cat did that interview with Shannon, that's when it all kind of went down.
Went downhill. He kind of started this snowball effect on a lot of shit. But I'm curious to see this Jamie Foxx stand up too, because they say that he's supposed to really address these things or whatever. So we're gonna see what he say about Diddy or don't say or whatever. Well,
Mm.
in regards to his illness or whatever. Yeah, it is,
Wait,
Keisha.
whose illness? Oh, he said his illness came from going to them Diddy parties.
Been a lot of speculation, and he's been quiet about it. And his people's PR said that he answers these questions in his stand up that's going to be on Netflix. I think end of this month or something like that.
Hmm.
Either this month or next month. So I'm curious to watch that too, because
Yeah,
it's a
that'll be
lot of weird.
interesting.
It's a lot of weird illnesses and deaths surrounding that man. Jamie Foxx being the most recent, Kim Porter, of course, Heavy D, of course, Albie Shaw, of course, and various other things or whatever. And it's like, and there's certain other people that have come
Yeah, I'll
forward.
be sure too.
Yeah, and Albie Shaw, he's quietly speaking very loud, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Even when he was saying less, he was speaking hella loud. And when Kim died, his response was everything. If you think back, I don't know if you recall right after she passed, and the statements he put on IG, and somebody must have at one point told him take it down or whatever. But
Well, they all share a corner. Y'all need to look at that corner. And look how hysteric Kimora Lee Simmons was when she went over to the home.
yeah,
And just all like
it's
there's a lot
it's
of discrepancies. But also that coroner always listed things as pneumonia. Not everybody, we're too advanced for people to be dying
be
from
dying
pneumonia.
like from pneumonia like that in this day and age. Yeah, exactly.
But he put that down many, many times under people's things, knowing damn well that didn't happen, and people didn't get the proper treatment. Or
Hmm.
I believe it was something inducing those things in people.
They were saying
But
that James B shit.
yeah, okay. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. We gonna know soon. We gonna know soon enough. A lot of people, and I think so too. I think there's gonna be some superseding indictments on the Diddy cases that's gonna come out. It has to be because up until now, they have not addressed anything that looks like a RICO.
Mm-mm.
Because it has to be people charged. There has to be other people charged for it to be a RICO. And we know for him to carry out half of this shit he's been accused of, that other people had to be involved.
Yeah, it was a system.
Yeah, so there has to be some people. If there hasn't been people charged already, and maybe it's just sealed at the moment, which I wouldn't
Was
doubt.
running around.
Which I wouldn't doubt to kind of help keep the integrity of the investigation or whatever the case may be. Especially with the implications and the far-reaching implications of law enforcement possibly being involved in some other things or
Oh, they
whatever. So,
definitely was. Because when
man,
you look at the Epstein things, he had power over judges. He had power
mm-hmm.
over judges.
Yep,
He had power over people that worked for the FBI, CIA.
yep.
He had politicians under his thumb. So I mean, when you have billions of money and influence, and let's say just so happily, oh yeah, that's my friend. We play golf, and I know him from here, and he knows that person from there, and this and that. Once you're connected through power and money, it really
Mm-hmm.
is not that surprising. Like, oh, I never knew that Naomi Campbell knew Jeffrey Epstein, who knew Bill Clinton, who knew that. I mean, not really. I mean, they kind of all run in the same circles. Maybe they work in different fields, and they're very different characters to you, but they definitely enjoy very similar things together. So
Mm.
seeing Naomi Campbell on those flight logs going to Epstein's Island or Bill Clinton and this and that really kind of makes sense because each person has a hand in, like you're saying, in the system that goes along with corruption
Mm-hmm.
and those RICOs.
That's a fact. And then you got to understand too that everybody you see in that log don't necessarily mean that they partook in the island festivities or whatever the case may be. But Then there are some that goodwill they ass went to that album.
Happy holiday.
Brandon Paul, hey, hey. And there's a lot of sick and depraved people that need to be unveiled anyway. And like Cat Williams saying, this was the year of exposing it all. And there's a lot of people getting exposed this year. Congratulations, Black the Beast. I'm over on YouTube. 11 million with Chris Brown. Okay, KK. All right, all right. Salute. Yeah, and I think there will be more that will be unveiled or exposed or whatever in these upcoming in 2025, especially.
No, they definitely will. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's
I
coming.
do know. I mean, this world is changing. Well, we got crazy back in office. So
Man, listen, I'm about to go to
maybe
Las
he might
Vegas
help
today,
him,
bro.
who knows? Trump might be Diddy's way
That's
out.
it, Black. My boy,
Okay.
you never know. You never know. And if that happens,
This
though,
could all be
boy,
by design.
boy. Well, I wonder. Excuse me. I wonder how people would what people would think about that though if he did get in office and he did pardon them. What would people think about that?
Mm,
If
I
they
don't
would be
know.
okay with that, like, yeah, did he come home? Or feel a way about it. I don't
I
know
wouldn't be
though.
surprised if Diddy starts supporting them or saying something. Who knows? If y'all see some support, some Trump support from Diddy's camp in this, you know what's happening.
Then you know what's having to fix his in. Say Cat Williams ain't missed yet. That's a fact of Mundo. Man, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, just make sure you keep your eyes open, especially your third eye. Keep your legs closed and beware of your surroundings and never lose sight of your drink or your smoke or whatever the case you partake in because there's some crazy deranged people out here. And, just be careful of who you're around and who you party with and who you call friend. Because sometimes your friends will set you up to do you in, or your so-called friends, like that girl, they went over to Mexico or whatever and and
Oh
and
yeah, yeah. And
man,
then she never came back.
and never came back. Yeah, I got to be mindful, and I don't think it's an age thing either. Just be mindful because it's some wicked, sick people that are envious, jealous, hateful, and just cuckoo for cocoa puffs, and you don't want to be a victim of their circumstances. And I'm gonna leave that one there. Are y'all celebrating tonight? Oh, tell Bella I said happy birthday off the early. Friends, how many of us have them? That's what I'm talking about, established. Move!
Yes, sir.
So after since you have castigated and and basically judged and juried Jay-Z, I'm messing with you, but yeah, you kind of did, but you
Mhm.
kind of not. Uh, What do you see coming out of this case? In all honesty, because you're a smart person. Do you think this case is all that is working up to be, or sounds like it's working up to
I
be, or do you
think
think it's a lot of smoke?
I, I think even if Jay Z isn't, nailed to, what these allegations are on, if they never come to fruition,
Mm-hmm.
um, I do think that this is going to add layers to other people that are involved in this scenario because, it can't just be, oh, it was just Diddy and Jay Z. No, it wasn't. It was all y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this could open light to maybe, pieces of their marriage and his personal life. And we may learn things about Jay Z that we never truly knew or how things kind of went down. And, maybe he won't
Mm-hmm.
be guilty. But I do think that this will unfold and it will get much uglier before it gets better.
It's better. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one.
I do believe that.
Well, I'm about to wrap this one up. You got any final words for the boys and girls of GMG?
um,
He had to clear his throat on that one.
yeah. I just think that, people should, invest in the people around you,
Mm-hmm.
definitely invest in your dreams. And just be mindful of the trust that you put in those around you. Because they may not be who they say they are, but if they show you who they are, you'll go far. And just get ready for the new year, and everyone have a very jolly and a very merry Christmas.
You a little chipper
But
for the
no, everyone
holidays.
keep your eyes peeled. Be safe, stay warm, and look forward to new beginnings and a great new year coming up, because that is going to be happening. It ain't all ugly. It ain't all bad.
That part right there. That part right there.
And on that note, Moon Sniper out.
Out. Thank you, Moon. I appreciate you as usual. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, where my solo scene at? Ladies and gentlemen, I think as we lead into this holiday season, I would be remiss to not mention one of the greatest days known to mankind is coming this Wednesday. One of the biggest days throughout history of time is happening this Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all like, what, Phil? What day is that? My damn birthday, god damn it. So make sure your ass is here early to celebrate my birthday with me Wednesday morning, huh? It's Big Phil Speaks Day, huh? I'm gonna have the floor open all day so we can talk shit, uh, reminisce over some things, some people, some circumstances and situations that have taken place since you all have encountered me, myself, and I. And we're gonna have a good day, but make sure you come bearing gifts, because it's my day, god damn it. It's Big Phil Speaks Day. You feel me, Damn Lee? You feel me? But yeah, until then, all jokes aside, until then, I want y'all to smile, baby. Smile. Because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. Last but not least, I'm not anti you or pro me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your melon till the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, I definitely holler. No, I ain't gonna be no damn 63. I thought it was something important. It is important, Sam. What you talking? Y'all are haters. I guess no Christmas getaway. Holler at me, establish, and see if we can pull something together. Holler at me.
We're one big happy family. With GMG. One big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speech.